Alrighty, my dear gamers. It is Sunday evening, which means it's time to play and/or watch some good-ass Guilty Gear. Out of the 3 Guilty Gear games currently available to play in an active, competitive environment, it'll be a Strive for tonight. And you are currently watching none other than Bounty Hunters, a first to 7 show match event open for players of all skill levels and regions. As per usual, I'm kyuukei and I'll be your host and your commentator for tonight's matches. Speaking of, we've been in the industry for a while. This will be our 69th event, only missing I think 2 events since the release of Strive. We've been really busy. I guess let's jump into it right off. See what we got in store for tonight. We've got 6 matchups lined up for tonight, majorly consisting of players who don't necessarily we don't necessarily see all that often. I mean, of course, we have our classics. We've got NKellyy, Fecian, Sierra coming through, as is often the case. But other than that, a lot of new, semi-new, as well as rare faces. Making their debuts tonight is, for example, our duo from UK, HiWill, as well as SneakyK Chip. I've conveniently scheduled SneakyK's match for the last slot of the evening to avoid clashing with the Novice Strivers Community's Team Tuzzle event. We've also got ReyPeru coming back after their debut last week, and Jesus Christ almighty, what a convincing performance that was. Can't wait to watch them again. I think the 2 heavy-hitting big boy matchups of the evening, Fecian Jacko versus REDRaven Baiken, as well as ReyPeru Nagoriyuki versus Sierra Vice Goatluis. Those will be interesting matches, sort of underdog matches. We've got Sierra Vice as well as REDRaven, sort of against the odds a little, I want to say, against 2 extremely strong players, ReyPeru and Fecian. It'll be interesting to see how well they're able to perform tonight. But let's not jump the gun too much. Rewind back to the first matchup of the evening. Speaking of players who we don't see that often, so we've got Meduga, MG, Soul player from Russia. Up and coming Soul player definitely puts a lot of time into Strive. You see her streaming very often. Speaking of which, I should probably start shouting out people who are super active streamers. So if you wanna watch Meduga, let me dig up her stream. It would be... Oh, I have a shout out command for this. There we go. So that's the channel. They'll be against one of our rare Chip players from Finland. Or, well, I guess at this point, Chip is a fairly represented character in the Finnish meta. So Vahvaloac, Chip, you see them here and there, and now entering the fray once again in another very classic matchup. Got info from Vahva that they are indeed on their way and communicating with the server, the usual. So we've got our match coming up in just a second. Other than that, yeah, three Baiken matches, which is honestly not surprising. Baiken is, after Season 2 changes, a lot of people have tried Baiken out, because even if you could argue that Baiken maybe not the toppest of the top, depending on who you ask where they drop Baiken on the tier list. Some argue could be extremely top, close to the top, very near to the top. No matter what you say though, Baiken is definitely a strong character. Very sort of a lot of straightforward good stuff, firepower for days. Just a character that's really feels good to play. Right, and we got Vahva in the lobby, so we're technically ready to go. Let's boot up the prediction as well. So Russia versus Finland. Seoul versus Chip. Extreme firepower versus, I guess, what's the adjective you'd use to describe Chip? Elusiveness is for sure the keyword for Chip. Oh, we lost Maduka for a second. Ooh, I wonder if there's some shenanigans going on. The players can't see each other in the lobby. Hopefully a quick jump out and jump in is gonna fix that. Potentially looking good. All right, we see each other. It is time to rock. The first matchup of this fine Sunday evening, Bounty Hunters, your weekly event, starting off with a bang. So, Chip, please don't get hit. The classic. Chip, of course, sort of tends to dominate the neutrals when it comes to, or the matches when it comes to neutral. The tricky thing is, Seoul does have pretty decent buttons for the occasion. You can fish with stuff like 2S, extremely disjointed button, can make it kind of tricky, tends to make Chip, you know, run into those big buttons, and Seoul converts combos very comfortably as well into big damage. Oh, very nice 5k from Maduka. Able to get out of the corner is one of the things you definitely want to do against Chip. You don't want to stand there or sit there and just block. You want to challenge like fairly actively, not in the wrong places, but try to actively challenge in places where you can. It of course comes to the matchup knowledge. It's okay taking a like hit from Chip here and there, because chances are when you are, especially a character like Seoul, you're gonna, you know, pull ahead after one touch, even if you got touched a couple of times by Chip before. Oh my goodness, 2k from so far away. To that Seoul, like 2k is one of those buttons that Seoul can't really confirm as conveniently from really far away range. Now Vahvaloac secures themselves a knockdown. No 50 meter to play here, lots of resources for Maduka. Deemed that even though that slowdown blue RC hit was not time to press the button. However, that might actually be it. The big damage from Seoul, there we go. The exact thing that we talked about is that one good touch when Seoul has 50 meter. God, any hit will just murder Vahvaloac. Alright, good timing on the burst. Vahva secures themselves decent pressure, and the save chomp comes through. Again, not the biggest of combos. We of course have Chip. Oh, 5 heavy hits, prompting a burst from Maduka. This will potentially put Vahvaloac in a very decent position, breaking the wall a little too early for what they were planning, and now finds the hit with a Strave Alpha Blade. And Vahvaloac opens it up 1-0. But it's looking out to be a pretty even match here. Even first, like, considering you have Seoul, one of the most explosive characters on the screen, this is looking out to be fairly footsie-based matchup here. Very patient play from both players. But I mean, it goes without saying, sometimes oh my goodness, there was so much risk for Maduka there. And I mean, it kind of goes for both players. You like when Sol is pressuring you with far slash and whatnot, you eventually you'll have to play your way out of that. You'll have to take a risk. And I guess for chip players, for pretty much any character, you'd rather take the risk sooner than later if Sol managed to build risk on you like Maduka has here. This is... oh my god, that's actually gonna be a kill as well. Jesus Christ. From that data gathering round to an absolute Sol damage fest. You know, it's a couple of far slashes. If you manage to make the opponent respect for that long, you've got, you know, risk 1/3 of their gauge, half of their risk gauge. That means your next combo is gonna hit absolutely hard. Wow, dash up DP. And sinking 50 meters into it. Yo, Maduka has done it again. The game plan here seems to be build the meter and then trust your reach, trust your instincts, and trust your combo damage. Maduka again in a position. If they manage to build the 50 meter here, this could be a kill, and I think it will. Vahvaloac will not be able to build that meter back in time to burst. Damn, this is Sol gameplay for sure. Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock. And I wonder what Vahvaloac's adjustment is here. It's that like you would rather play as safe as possible, but against a character like Sol who can actually challenge you at neutral game. What is the course of action that you take here? I think funny enough, maybe for Chip, when you're playing against a character who can actually challenge you somewhat at neutral, I wonder if playing at like super close range, at a very dangerous range, where you get to run your shenanigans and overwhelm their mental stack, if that is the best place. Maduka, ooh, was almost a very dangerous catch on the backdash. Finds the command grab, not quite a kill here. Deemed that 6 heavy was not gonna take it after. Oh my goodness, good check from Vahvaloac, but not quite able to get out of that sticky situation still. An overhead blocked, a little late there on the punish, but Maduka still backdashing out of the Fafnir again. The clean hit, heavy Volcanic Viper, the trademark hit from Sol. The one hit that deals so much damage. Vahvaloac empty dashing into the throw, and now we gotta play it extremely tight, catching Maduka here and there. But again, how many times do you have to guess right compared to Sol? Okay, the wall break comes out at a slightly awkward situation here. 50 meters to save themselves. Vahva now actually gets the round, even though they didn't get to use the super there. At the usual tick throw, 2K, into a throw, into an empty low. Vahva working, oh my god, that's... Yo, from what range was that? Vahvaloac finding the poke and getting the burst. This is a big chance for Vahvaloac to make it count. Spent the 50 meter. Oh, but a critical drop here. Maduka, interesting stop on the combo there. Vahva didn't have their burst ready to go yet. Another very well placed 5 heavy, but Maduka returns it back with a counter hit far slash, and goddamn, wouldn't you know, it goes to a clean hit Volcanic Viper. That means damage incoming. Duel 1. Let's rock. Ooh, nice conversion there. Very high 5k hit. Vahva kind of having to burst out of that, because that counter hit would have been a lot of damage again, and potentially a wall break as well. Spent the RC, doesn't manage to milk the most out of that combo, of course. In the corner, those wall slashes, probably the hardest hitting combo that Chip has this time. Oh, missing it. And Meduka ready with the anti-air. Ooh, alright. Puts a hit. Has the 50 meter to make this count into Command Grab, cashing out on Vahvaloac's. Respect once again. Vahva, surprisingly patient player on defense for a Chip. Of course, Chip players will tell you throughout the ages, throughout the lifespan of all Guilty Gear games, Chip is the lightest character who just can't afford to stand still or sit still and block for very long. We were talking about the risk build-up. Risk is fairly easy to build up on Chip, and you know, when it comes to taking hits or pressure, you kind of have to try to gamble your way out of that with a burst, with a dead angle, with an abare, just so that the stacks don't, you know, come falling down, and just so you don't put yourself in a worse situation than you already are. Right, nice time backdash, scoring the initial exchange for Vahvaloac. Yeah, you can see Meduka fishing with that 2S. Extremely good button for Sol. Reaches far away, a lot of disjoint. With that disjoint, potentially able to challenge some of the good pokes, and as well as the mobility from Chip players. Oh, nice jump in. Doesn't quite have the meter to close it out yet, but one more hit. Vahvaloac in trouble. The empty low takes the game for Meduka. 4-1. It's not like Vahvaloac is not lacking the opportunities or the combos, the conversions, but it's just, you know, one hit from Sol and half your life bar can be gone very easily. It's like when we compare the amount of hits that Sol has to land on Chip versus the amount of, you know, right guesses that Chip has to make, is, yeah, we can see it's sort of leans towards a direction of Sol for sure. Again, the 5K, the fast 3-frame mash button for point blank exchanges. Again, look at that, 1, 2, 4 hits, and it's 60% of Chip's life gone. Vahvaloac will have to burst here. Next hit would have been fatal. But Meduka, just as fast as Vav was able to burst, straight back in there, RPSing and finding the hit. I think in terms of Chip matchups, Chips would usually, like, if you're facing against a character who does a lot of damage, you would at least love to be able to sort of force them to not press their buttons at neutral. It's the Chip feature is being able to control the neutral, being able to get your neutral pokes in and start your pressure at a moment's notice without taking too many risks. That's kind of what Chip thrives in. Now Vahvaloac able to run their mix-up game for a decent while. RC here will surely take the cake. Yes, indeed. Vahva definitely needs rounds like these more. Dancing through those big pokes. Straight 5 slash from Sol. Not able to confirm, luckily for Vahvaloac. Catching the backdash with 6K. Not quite a conversion. But again, Meduka is ready with that 5K. Alright, this should be good. The wall hasn't taken too much damage. So getting all the up slashes, a decent 1/3 of Meduka's life gauge. Oh my god, wait, that kind of looked like Vahvaloac was backdashing, but Meduka still catching with that wild throw. Hot damn. Entering the last round of this game 7. Vahvaloac, immediate burst from Meduka in response to the counter hit. The triple jump, goodness. Oh, back. Whoa, what was that? A very brave wake-up option from Meduka, trying to crap Vahvaloac by the collar. Vahva says no, breaking the wall. Now this won't be a hard knockdown, so Meduka still has chips to play with, but no burst to speak of. So one more hit, Yo, where does that hit? The 5k catching Vahva from the other side, has to burst here, doesn't want to get cornered. The the jump in DP, preventing Vahva from hitting anti-air buttons. Oh no, this is starting to be dangerous. Vahva, get out of there! Your wrist catch is full! Get out of there, Vahva! Finds the 2k! Oh my goodness, Vahvaloac still alive and on the chase. Now, not dropping the next match is super important for Vahva. As long as, you know, if Vahvaloac drops a match here, Meduka will go to that, you know, awkward position, the 6 points. And at that point, you kind of have to play perfectly. You're not allowed to make any mistakes whatsoever. Alright, comes down with an FD. Safe stuff. And now Vahva, what's it gonna be? Tried to go for a meaty, but was a little late there. Maybe fishing for a backdash from Meduka. Here we go once again. The wall has taken a lot of damage, so forcing Vahva to break out of that combo very early. And look at that meter from Meduka. Now Meduka landing one hit could be extremely fatal here. Vahva, if they can. Oh, wait, no! Bunky Messai doesn't have info frames. So the 2S, the disjoint, absolutely destroying the incoming clone. Vahva still clutches out the round, damn. Yeah, Bunky Messai from Chip, only projectile invulnerable, I want to say, for a while. The other super, Zanse Roga, has more of those good old invo frames. But, you know, depending on your read, I mean, if you're reading a backdash... Oh, speaking of backdash, a good one from Meduka. Again, diffuses the anti-air situation. Now, look at that risk on Vahvaloac. An important hit, and Meduka just managed to burst in time to sort of force Vahva back into the corner. Now, Vahva, instead, with that corner pressure, finds the hit. RC, let's see what we can do. Up slashes, don't drop it this time. There we go, that's a decent combo. But now, Meduka with absolute massive amount of meter. That was actually smart from Vahvaloac. Wait, I think this will actually hit. Yes, indeed, and it will do enough damage as well. Goddamn, Meduka putting herself at 6. I was about to say during the match earlier, it was super important that Vahva spends that YRC, because when it's that basically the last touch of the round and your opponent has a lot of meter to spend, you would love to sort of break their pressure string up as fast as possible, because, you know, that pressure string probably not gonna end anytime soon. Again, the clean hit, Volcanic Viper doing its damage, Vahva breaking out of the corner, but again, if it's not a counter hit, if you don't have 50 meter, that Rekka 2 doesn't really go into Rekka 3, and even on hit, I believe the low Rekka from Chip, not very plus, so have to sort of give your turn away to for your opponent. Alright, 6B. Secures the pressure for Vahvaloac, trying to bait for DP there, but Meduka delaying the button's 50 health gone once again. This is actually a set point for Meduka, so that's actually it. God damn. 7-2. I mean, it's not for the lack of trying on Vahvaloc's part, but Meduka just so precise, so concise. Every single time that she managed to get the hit, converting into big damage, basically playing the matchup as it's supposed to be played. Press a lot of buttons, and then when you find the hit, make Chip play. Sorry, make Chip pay. I mean, make Chip play as well, but you know. Whew. All right. Damn, it's gonna be a night for sure if that is our first matchup of the evening. Now, entering the second one, we've got our first timer here on Bounty Hunters, but certainly not first timer when it comes to Guilty Gear. HiWill Ino from UK facing off against a face that we haven't seen for quite a while. I think it's been like 5-6 months since we've seen ACIDG, Potemkin. All right, we got our players ready to go. Let's queue up the prediction as well. Okay, so sort of like a spiritual successor to the match that we saw just now. So Potemkin versus Ino. Historically, this matchup hasn't been, you know, I guess too great for Potemkin if you are facing an Ino player who has immaculate control of their notes, because in previous games at least, you could guide the notes so that Potemkin can't flick it very easily. And then combined with other, you know, stop sign moves such as the Chemical Love, it's been possible for Ino to sort of make Potemkin not able to do much. Actually forgot how the matchup is in Strive, but I would imagine, wow, that was actually a pretty decent punish. So too heavy against the missed super, no longer safe on block that super. Or rather is, but now there is actually a gap during which you get the punish in Strive compared to the old Guilty Gear games. Ooh, missing the finishing touch there, HiWill. And ACIDG will definitely make you pay. Counter hit front flick doesn't quite convert into stuff. Yo, that was actually a slick conversion. Instant coast to coast. Now, good match from ACIDG. Yeah, Ino pressure will oftentimes consist of this, you know, forward dash resets. Oh, I think that's actually gonna be it. The rare Heavenly Potemkin Buster combo will certainly deliver enough damage and break Ino's back. Another fast round. I mean, it's the first match, but we've seen a lot of fast rounds already. Well, let me actually flip the names here. There we go. So ACIDG fighting out of the left corner. Spend the big T. Ooh. Yeah. At that range, you would definitely spend the burst on that Garuda if you can. The tricky thing is, from certain ranges, because Garuda is very disjointed, you might not actually be able to burst out. Good reversal burst. One more mix up left, right, which is it gonna be? And that time ACIDG fell for it. Because especially in this matchup, Ino, or in this game, and also in this matchup, Ino, not the hardest hitting character. You sort of have the flow of the blender, but you can definitely make the opponent, you know, you can still close out rounds pretty fast. Oh my goodness, another one of those fast coast to coast combos. Now guiding the note under the mirror. However, ACIDG getting a lot of value out of that super, forcing HiWill confined in the corner. Oh, I think that was a miss on flick. ACIDG, this time the mirror blocking. Oh, but the punish. If ACIDG actually had a little bit more health to spend here, that would have probably been okay, because the Gigantor was sort of coming as a slow projectile, securing the position. However, with that one hit point left, HiWill recognizing that they can just take the match here before the mirror gets there. Alright, returning back to the lobby. Oh, there are no issues as far as the connection goes. Oh. Get a disconnect from the lobby. Let's see, ACIDG says... problem with the controller. But, you know, it's better for these problems to surface early to the matchup rather than later. And one game apiece here. The Ino Potemkin matchup plays. I feel like plays kind of like the Chip solo matchup. It's like one big hit from Potemkin can sort of just delete Ino's life bar, whereas, you know, Ino wants to get that knockdown, wants to put you in the blender, and wants to make you unable to play as much as possible. However, you know, if you manage to block the couple of initial mix-ups from Ino, it's sort of gonna be up to Ino if they want to double it up, try to reset the pressure, air dash back in, or if they want to let it go back to neutral and stay safe. Both options definitely viable paths. Ino, I would definitely give the neutral advantage to Ino in this matchup, especially if you have the control of your moves, especially that that note. And Potemkin, yeah, Potemkin just wants to bulldoze their way in at any and all costs. But Potemkin can play the matchup like pretty slow as well if they want. I think, can you flick Chemical Love in this game? You should be able to, right? But it's not the easiest thing to do for sure, because that is definitely not a projectile that you can react to. Right, finding a big hit. This is the danger zone. Ooh, missing that close slash. HiWill unable to find the way out of that pressure. Yeah, what makes Potemkin pressure especially nasty to defend against are those guard crushes, the same way as, you know, against Sol's Fafnir, against Gotlewis's Coffin Swings. When you get armor broken against the Garuda, there's not a whole lot of things that you can do other than wait for you to get out of the guard crush and guess what's it gonna be next. Is it gonna be high? Is it gonna be a like strike? Sorry, is it gonna be a low or is it gonna be a throw? Is usually the mix-up. Number 2S from HiWill, secured in the corner position. Doesn't get the comfortable Oki setup that they were hoping for. Sometimes you just gotta go for it, roll with it in the heat of the moment. ACIDG not letting HiWill get out of the pressure string. Here we go. Big counter hit once again. Baits the super and the too heavy. Oh, is this gonna be a... No, missing the combo this time around. Set the note. Ooh. Missed the pressure string. And back to neutral we go. But you can see how HiWill sort of has to guide the note like very high or very low depending on the spacing. Doesn't want to give an easy flick like this. There we go. Because if you got a like a dead center note coming at your way from a comfortable angle, it is no big deal for a seasoned Potemkin player. Just flick it back and sort of reverse the momentum like immediately against Ino. Megafish backwards, getting ACIDG the plus frames. Ooh, interesting, missing against that jump B from Ino there. Right, that flick comes out a little too early, but HiWill just not quite able to sort of pile, keep the blender going. Hard bait. ACIDG doesn't bite, so ACIDG. Oh, what a flick! Yeah, we were talking about that chemical flick earlier. That is gonna be a hard read for the most part. And ACIDG coming with a very clutch one. Needed burst here to break up the momentum, not letting HiWill get any of that blender started. Ooh, but that's a punish. Luckily for HiWill, the 2-piece not leading into a big punish. Ooh, the jump heavy. Securing the position and the 6 heavy. Oh, not a combo once again. And the back throw incident, the classic strive. Now HiWill is in trouble. Gets a good jump off though. And just like that, momentum keeps switching back and forth. Nice jump out of the command crash. Ooh, gets the jump out. The switching positions once again. Oh my god, both players swinging with their... Wait a second, the charge 5D as an anti-air. A rare sight. I had never seen 5D in Stripe hit from that far range. Whew, that was brawling. Both players essentially like trying to struggle out of the pressure situations, but at the same time not giving the opponent the cleanest of hits to hit confirm. That can be a very, very common thing in Guilty Gear. Especially when you catch your opponent jumping out, backdashing out, airborne combos. Can be tricky, not just in the old games, but in this one as well. Alright, we're finding low. Here we go. Quick knockdown and RC, however, the back Mega Fist. A very difficult move to challenge, and if HiWill just let that fly there, it would have been plus on block as well. So pressuring Potemkin in the corner can be tricky if you don't have your, your counterplay and your presence of mind in the game against those back Mega Fists. Resetting. HiWill getting a little bit of breathing room. But their life slowly running out. It's gonna have to be very tight play from here on out. God, I love how that combo looks. And a quick reset into an overhead. Now HiWill goes under. Wow, nice. The burst. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Good presence of mind from both players. So first of all, from HiWill, knowing that they can actually go under the mirror, but then ACIDG realizing that they had the burst ready to go, bursting, back into the mirror where they kind of have no choice but to respect it. Alright, nice backdash out. I guess due to, the fact that you under no circumstances ever want to eat the Potemkin Buster. Ooh, that was slick. And going under, ooh, the Daru sequence. And a lot of players love going into that stroke the big tree with a lot of low profile frames, able to go under bursts. And that's giving HiWill enough momentum to blaze through that round. Now, neither player will have their bursts ready for this one. Holding the dive kick. ACIDG ready to punish. Oh, the armor forces through the Abare. And here we go. This is actually going to be pretty decent damage. Misses the optimal combo. However, pretty much any hit at this point will take it for ACIDG. Oh, missing with the jump in. And again, that hammer fall. Such a classic tool against jump-ins as well. If you only got a jump-in that hits once, anything out of the air can be kind of dangerous if the opponent Potemkin is already coming at you with that hammer fall. However, now HiWill with the pressure has the 50 meter. Oh, I like that, just opting to drop the combo. Ready to shave up a couple more pixels out of ACIDG. Notes will break the wall and give the hard knockdown. However, ACIDG again goes for the hard read. Comes down with the cheeks. Ooh, interesting hit there. The flick, able to reach. Notes coming from your ankle level. Burst use from ACIDG. Can't take the hit. Oh, again, I think that was the flick input there, the 2S. But the timing wasn't quite right. Sorry, the timing was pretty good, but the input didn't come out cleanly, resulting in an unfortunate clash with the Note. Yeah, you can see HiWill not wanting to give a free flick for ACIDG. Burst baited once again with the use of Stroke the Big Tree. Gets there in time. That was interesting. The armor frames out of the slide head had already ended there, so that forward dash jump heavy actually scoring a hit against Potemkin. Here we go, slide into the throw. Once again, a lot of meter paid for the throw, but sometimes, you know, sometimes you just gotta take it. And if you get a good follow through, if you get a good follow up after that, you know, using that 50 meter into that, it might not be too bad of an idea. Finds the overhead. The small hits piling up one after another, but now HiWill, with no meter to speak of, gets a nice knife with the chemical love and finds the hit. Yeah, HiWill definitely needs more rounds like these where ACIDG can't get to, you know, RPS too much. It's actually pretty terrifying, even if your favorite to come out of an RPS situation against Potemkin, it's still super terrifying to commit to those situations, because like one execution error, one wrong read, kind of like this, and you know, it's go time for Potemkin. RC, keep the pressure going. Oh, it was an interesting option, very delayed 5K, an option you don't see very often. Now fire the wall. Oh no! Okay, wait a second. Was that? So they got hit by the wall, and then the wall also got the wall break there, but they avoided the Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Very interesting sequence there. And now with the back throw, ACIDG able to come back from that momentum switch. 5-2 now. ACIDG with a pretty convincing lead. However, it's not like ooh. Oh, that was a smart idea, but the jump D cancel there. Not quite able to hit against the low profile frames of the slide head. Now ACIDG already built up so much meter. The flick. Oh, nice timing. The Stroke the Big Tree actually slow enough so that ACIDG's armor frames from the Hammerfall had already ended. Ooh, good timing there. Catching the recovery frames out of the backdash. Nice jump out as well. And now HiWill will initiate the... Ooh, that's so dangerous. However, now, I think they did land in range of the throw there, so kind of lucky. The reversal super baited once again, and here we see, the combo. I think the combo is supposed to be maybe a side switch, but ACIDG has dropped that particular combo a couple of times now. And HiWill will definitely take advantage of the situation. Nice 6B, needs one more hit. Ooh, dangerous miss there with the 6 heavy. But the bar slash, good old producing the projectiles at the end there from very safe range, does the job. Ooh, the punish attempt. Was trying to react to that slide head and go for a dive kick. But your timing has to be on point. Now the hard read with the scoops. That's half of your life gone, and the double jump, ooh, gets the angle, gets the timing, the 6B, smacks ACIDG out of the sky. Another one, but we need to have the combos, we need to have the follow-throughs. Once you get the hit, you gotta make it count against Potemkin. You don't wanna, you know, put yourself in a situation where you have to guess over and over against Potemkin. You would love to finish Potemkin with as few touches as you can. that was so tricky. The 5 PP, maybe predicting a jump out or a backdash from HiWill. Now it's that situation, the cursed situation once again. 6-2. It's like the most common situation where one player has the advantage, but you know, HiWill, even with the 2 points here, it honestly hasn't been too bad. It's just a little bit of extra oomph, especially at the end of the rounds. The finishing touch here. Oh, there we go. The left right, nice. We've seen that sequence at least once there. And HiWill has been able to hit it home pretty consistently with that one. But again, I think not the most heavy-hitting combo that you get out of that mix-up situation. So probably very suited for ending your rounds with. Now the blender keeps on going. Ooh, gets the read. Yo, ACIDG just walking forward. I wonder, hope that's not a controller malfunction. Very interesting. The forward Mega Fist followed up by the big anti-air read. Yeah, that looks very much like a controller malfunction to me. I think ACIDG did have one earlier as well. But I mean, we have to roll with it. Nice the low, and potentially the last set. Oh, last touch. Missing the meaty, and HiWill with the presence of mind, realizing that that was probably the last point that ACIDG will be able to burst, so snatches it. Let's see what the follow-up move is here. Probably no, just going back into it. All right. Right, nice flick. However, not able to grasp the momentum with that good flick here. Again, going under with that low profile of Stroke the Big Tree. It's very, very common for, but the burst trees back and forth. But again, the combo drop out of that burst drop coming to haunt ACIDG. Nice jump, but doesn't get the punish. Both players having good reads, but the follow through. Now let's see if the combo not hitting the mark. Why? Oh my god, that's watching these matches is, you know, so bad for my heart. It's like good predictions, good combo starters, but lots of resets. Let's put it like that. Lots of resets here. So a lot of dangerous double ups, not necessarily all the perfect combos being performed all the way to the end. Again, ooh, colliding with the armor here. HiWill potentially looking at a kill. Doesn't quite have the 50 meter to seal the deal, but this should be pretty decent situation. Yeah. Just with the 2P, sees the drift forward from too far away, deeming that ACIDG will not be able to force them in a situation where they have to block. And you know, when your opponent is on their last legs again, you probably want to gamble a little more than you would used to with fast buttons like 2P. Good timing on the 2D. Ooh, that was kind of dangerous. The note completely airballing. Oh my goodness, the clash and the reaction drift back from ACIDG, getting the punish. Slick movement, or slick movement should we say, from HiWill, able to clutch their way out of the corner with the Stroke the Big Tree, but here's the finishing touch. Is it gonna be enough? Yes. Even in that combo drop, realizing that the OTG is gonna be enough to seal the deal. ACIDG grabbing it 7-3 versus HiWill. I mean, even though that, you know, is kind of on the verge of, you know, a decisive victory, I think it's one of those matches where the final score doesn't necessarily tell the whole tale of the set. HiWill had, you know, a lot of really good rounds there. A lot of the rounds came down to the wire, and it's like small combo drops here and there. It was kind of like both players dropping a lot of combos, and comparing the characters that we had against each other, I think it's more crucial for the Ino player to not drop their stuff, because if you go into resets, if you go into like single hits, Potemkin will probably not only score more damage for like quick 1-2, but also will enjoy the scramble situations more than Ino does. But it do be, and we are jumping into the next one. Ooh, this one, alright. So your boy Giovanna versus NKellyy Geo. Sorry, NKellyy, of course. This match has been in the making for a while. We've had to cancel it at least once so far. Let's see if we can get finally the match that we have been waiting for. Whew. Also, chat, remind me to breathe during the sets. I'm kind of sweating here. It's kind of weird. Whenever I have a co-commentator, it's easier to pace yourself. But then when you're doing the solo commentary, it's like balls to the walls, no breaks, and sometimes I forget to breathe. Alright, so we have your boy in the lobby already. Let me drop a message to NKellyy as well. All right. Sorry about that. So your boy, we've seen them once. And now on their second attempt against one of the bounty hunters staples, NKellyy. If we can get them on the line. It would be kind of funny if it's because I think NKellyy has been stood up for a couple of weeks in a row now. It would be kind of ironic if NKellyy would miss their own match this time around. We could try to queue up the plan B as well and see if Fecian and REDRaven are ready to play. Small technical difficulties, please hold. So we're potentially looking at a biking gauntlet of sorts. At least there's one, one refreshing matchup of Naga versus Gold Lewis in between. We're definitely gonna see that biking gameplay. at least for an hour or so. But for now, we're kind of looking for either NKellyy to surface out of their hole, or potentially have the Fecian versus REDRaven next. So the Bazalt versus SneakyK matchup does have to happen last to make it smooth, because we do have the Team Tuzzle event. Oh, you know what? I wonder if NKellyy participated in the Team Tuzzle as well. Oh, I see NKellyy typing. All right, they are on their way, so we can officially say that this match is gonna happen. I was sweating there for a moment. So your boy Giovanna versus NKellyy. It's gonna be Turkey versus Austria. We hope, of course, that the gods of net play and rollback will deliver. That was a good match. Two very explosive characters. Giovanna probably... I would guess that Giovanna sort of controls the ground a little bit more, whereas Baiken controls the air parts. It's always with, you know, Baiken. If you can make your opponent play the air, that would be the most optimal scenario for you. Because Baiken has really nutty conversions out of the air-to-air exchanges, as well as pretty good buttons to, you know, prevent the opponent from winning those exchanges. Jump slash, counter hit. If you have your spacing on point, is kind of difficult to contest, as well as it's risk reward wise, it's probably not the best you know, thing to contest, considering how easily Baiken can get the coast to coast conversion and, you know, get half of your life with just one jump slash counter hit. That is not to say that Geo doesn't have good air buttons and potentially good air sequences to queue up as well. But I think when it comes to reach, Baiken definitely has it in the air. And then it's kind of weird on the ground, because Baiken does have some pretty decent far-reaching buttons for ground as well. Like 2S, 2 heavy, even far slash is pretty decent for what it is. I guess the downside is, you know, Giovanna is kind of the queen of whiff punishes. It's like Geo, Chip, probably contending for, you know, the best whiff punishes in the game. That step dash gives really nice oomph, really nice, you know, momentum, really nice, I guess the momentum is the word that I was looking for your stubby buttons. So like buttons like 5K from Geo that don't really traditionally hit very far can actually can actually like slide forward with the step dash momentum and hit like almost half screen away. So it'll be interesting to see how the neutral game is gonna unfold between these two characters, but also with these two players. Because NKellyy is definitely an aggressive player, I would say. Which does make sense, considering their character as well. I forgot the kind of like, I sort of forgot what is the pace that your boy plays with, but I mean, hey, just a couple of minutes and we'll get to see how it plays out. As far as the previous matches, your boy on their debut match on Bounty Hunters, I think it was against Little W, and it was super close coming out of that set with 7-6 victory, if I recall correctly. So it is sort of still, in terms of, you know, determining the quality of the players. Of course, for me, it's like whenever I see a player for the first, for the second time, even for the third time, it's still like sort of like a calibration period as a matchmaker, trying to sort of determine like where does this player fall on the spectrum at the moment in terms of skill level. Because sometimes the numbers, even though we have our Lord Blessed rating update, which does give decent guidelines for who to match against each other, the numbers don't always tell the whole tale. And you gotta see players going at it for a couple of times. Still, you get like a good hang of how, you know, how they perform. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I think NKellyy dropped out of the room already. Oh, the game crashed down. That's an unfortunate thing. But hey, you know what they say? Good things are worth waiting for. So surely we can communicate with the server once more for good measure. And give your boy a couple more minutes to sort of calculate their game plan going into this matchup. Giovanna's game plan, as soon as you get your ball rolling and get to pressure the opponent, it's gonna be your very classic strive strike throw done in, you know, when it comes to strike throw, it's these characters like Giovanna or Sol that are just, you know, as, I don't want to say basic, but as, I think as good as they get on the fundamentals level. And I wonder if the Hiragi, the parry from Baiken, is gonna play into the structure of your boy's offense. Of course, we always have to take into consideration how much and in what kind of places the players love to use certain tools. So even though the parry is an option, you kind of first have to represent it. Show the opponent where you like to play that option, and as a result, do I have to modify the structure of my offense based on that? A drum roll. Are we gonna get our first game? Gliding through the skies. Damn, is it a crash again? That is kind of weird. I've never seen a problem like that for anyone before. It is definitely one option is mods. Low-level fatal error, file unknown. Yeah, I personally have never run any mods for Strive so far. For obvious reasons, is sort of when you do public events, it can sort of be hit and miss. Some people just don't like to look at mods, and depending on what kind of mods you install, yeah, it sort of can take away from players' identity if they want to play a particular color and then you get a mod that sort of changes things around. As well as, you know, you want to reduce the amount of shit that can potentially hit the fan, although as far as I've understood, mods usually work pretty well on Strive. But you know, you never want to take a risk if possible. And speaking of mods, it sort of sometimes does break my heart when people come to me and be like, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, I would love to have a mod, like a skin, to play my match with. Sometimes they have like pretty good reasoning, like there's like a special occasion, like a birthday or stuff like that. But I think to remain neutral and to remain fair for all parties, I've always kind of turned down those requests, no matter what the game, for Plus R, for Strive as well. Because if you allow one person to have their, you know, their mod of choice, then you kind of have to permit mods for other players as well, and that creates a lot of hassle. Yeah, I mean the famous bike and Fuda mod crashing the game once again. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, we don't judge here. Sometimes you might want to play with the spicy stuff. Of course, it had to be this matchup that has difficulties. It's been, like I said, this matchup has been a long time coming now, and I swear, Murphy's Law, if you screw us over, I am literally going to cry myself to sleep tonight. Because I don't think we get to see this matchup very often either. Even though these are like some of the, I guess, more common characters. We see Bikens a lot, we see a decent amount of Geo nowadays. That is actually a decent suggestion. Fecian and REDRaven could potentially play their matchup if NKellyy needs more stall to try to fix the issue. Was REDRaven ready yet? I didn't think I saw a response from them. We definitely have Fecian on the line, ready to go, if needed. me not fall into the same trap that I usually do, and I'll drop a DM to REDRaven, because sometimes people tend to miss my pings. Alright, we have NKellyy back in the lobby, potentially. No, never mind, that's Fecian. That's the classic glitch. Okay, so asking REDRaven in DMs if they are ready to go. And if so, we can play Fecian versus REDRaven first. They are in game at least. Could be warming up. Of course, is usually there's like it is reasonable if like for the players, if we, because I usually tend to give like a very precise schedule, and usually like time every matchup around, you know, 20 minutes on average. It's very reasonable for players to sort of try to time when they are going to play, and if, you know, changes to the schedule occur, yeah, sometimes you're not ready to play when needed. It is of course nice if players sort of are ready to go at a moment's notice, but I do understand it's a long event, and sometimes you can't have your stream open 24/7, right? Alright, so NKellyy says that they are on their way back. So we'll potentially get another try. Another go at this. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope the small quotations short intermission hasn't cooled you down too much. It's a lot of Strive content packed for the Sunday nowadays. All right, here's to hoping. And Kelly, ready to go. No crashes this time, right? Fingers crossed. Well then. Well, it is definitely first I see this happening. It can't be server issues either, right? Because it's just a pure crash. And REDRaven still hasn't replied, so do we have to go our? Let's see. So the only option is to play ReyPeru versus Sierra Vice instead. I mean, we could certainly do that. Oh, there we go. REDRaven is around. Okay, so while NKellyy is doing the strategical moves to try to fix their game, let us play REDRaven versus Fecian then. Been 10,000 years since the last good match that I saw. Or at least 15 minutes. Alright, there we go. There's our boy. And off we go. It's not the order that you were looking for, but oh man, is this gonna be potentially a banger. So Fecian, the Grandmaster Jacko player in the EMEA region, facing off against a Moroccan Baiken player. I think REDRaven used to play Geo a lot, but at this point I would consider the... I guess this is more of a permanent character switch then. Let's see what Baiken can do against Jacko. Already in a position where we get to mix it up. Oh, going for the throw a little too early. And of course, Baiken being slightly more mobile character than, you know, characters like Nago or Lewis, would probably be able to, you know, zoom around the screen a little more. And I wonder how you can't parry projectiles, right? I'm pretty sure you can, so that part is not gonna play into the neutral RPS that we're potentially gonna see. Oh, nice timing on the dash. Since Fecian was already in the air, they were able to react post-flash with that air dash and get the round. That's one of the only dangers of firing the gun at full screen. If your opponent is already jumping, depending on their angle, they might actually be able to just completely ignore the gun. Go. The heavy follow-up hits. No 50 meter to convert though. Oh, I wonder if that was a misspaced meaty there, or if there's like hitbox magic where that meaty from Jacko actually will not reach when the opponent tries to reversal parry. So comfortable jump D snipe from Fecian seals the deal for the first round. 1-0 in the Spain versus Morocco face-off.
Duel 1.
Yeah, the two upcoming games here, REDRaven versus Fecian and Sierra Vice versus ReyPeru, are definitely gonna be sort of underdog matches. I would say Fecian definitely the favorite to take this, being the, you know, the results sort of speak for themselves. But I'd say definitely on a good day, REDRaven should have what it takes to take it, and definitely has the character to take it as well. It's like if you get one good opportunity in, Baiken can be the one-shot character, right? Because Baiken definitely does not lack the firepower and definitely does not lack the mix-up capabilities. Especially when you get that tether attached to your opponent. Ooh, nice air-to-air. But doesn't get to run their pressure freely here. The blue RC drift forward, gets the throw, gets the tether. But a well-timed gold burst. Big value for Fecian. Not only gets out of the sticky mix-up situation, but gets to keep 100 meter on top of that. Here comes REDRaven with the instant overhead mix-up. An explosive mix-up at that as well. REDRaven quickly evens it out, one each. Right, the tether is attached once again, goes for an empty low. This can be kind of dangerous for, you know, Baiken player as well. It's a double-edged sword. If you're, oh, again, the blue drift forward doesn't get the cleanest of punish, but the follow-up situation looks pretty good for REDRaven. One hit point for Fecian. REDRaven, full health, and 50 meter in the pocket. Yeah, has to FD that as well to not get chipped out from behind. it's a tough decision. Are you high enough to be able to air dash and avoid the blast radius, or are you gonna play it safe and just hold FD in the air? These are the questions we ask ourselves every day. Oh, doesn't quite manage to run past the minion. Fecian super active with those minion parries. Oh, this time it's Fecian who takes the burst with an RC of their own. And the mix-up. I kind of like it. I think they predicted the parry from REDRaven. But REDRaven sinking 50 meter into that parry RC OS. A very potent tool. Very akin to, you know, throw RC option selects. And damn, REDRaven taking the lead here. In Bounty Hunters in this matchup on the third match. Alright. Baiken definitely a decent character for building up momentum really fast if you get a couple of good reads. Couple of good reads like that, running under the 6 heavy with 2S of your own. Now what's the play here? Again, Fecian tries to go for that 6 heavy as, I guess, an anticipation of the instant overhead this time. Sorry, the instant air dash. Because you can be sure as hell that Baiken is gonna try to RPS you from the air. She just is that kind of a character. So the preemptive 6 heavies or the reaction to S's when the opponent is above you are probably gonna be the tools, one of the biggest tools for the job. Of course she has the 6P as well, but I guess it just depends on the angle. Oh, that was so nice! REDRaven was holding the Kabari follow-up, dashing through Fecian, but Fecian was ready with the 2K. We check with the 2K of REDRaven's own, and here we go, mixing once again. It is actually a cross-up! The queen of mix-ups does it once again. A quick gun, this time, finding its mark, and now Fecian at a very low health level. Ooh, almost managing the combo. Actually, I've never seen a minion explosion combos in Strive for Jacko. But I mean, I would imagine those exist, huh? Oh, look at that. The perfect angle on that instant air dash. God, Baiken is so good in the air. Not just the jump slash, but also like the air dash over Yosan Zen's hits basically all around you. Unless the opponent is ready to air throw, it can be very difficult to punish or contest on the way down. The instant overhead kind of finds its mark, secures a pressure reset for REDRaven. And here we go with the deep dash. That was actually a good read. Immediate gun, and I think is Fecian trying to parry that, but not getting it out fast enough. REDRaven with the gun. There we go, very well placed 6P, prompting an immediate burst from REDRaven. Ooh, finds the counter hit, but goes for a hard-ish bait, and Fecian deeming that they are still pretty high on health, so holding burst until the better time comes. Yeah, Fecian is starting to find those 6Ps against those instant air dashes. I mean, no matter what character you are in Strive, pretty much all of the 6Ps are homogenized enough that they will do the job as an anti-air. You know, against certain like problem jump-ins, you might have difficulties depending on the character you are, but generally they should be able to anti-air no matter what comes at you. There we go once again. Of course, the 6Ps are not gonna have the reward advantage that buttons like maybe 2S would have for Jacko. But hey, risk, reward. What are you gonna choose? Now this time the gun doesn't secure a hit for REDRaven, the burst. Again, now this time with a 5B. Oh, that's a good parry, and Hiraki, that parry from Baiken does very decent amount of damage as well. It can be compared to sort of like Soul's wild throw in a sense. Kind of just like one third, 1/4 of your opponent's life bar. Oh, finds the mix-up. Doesn't get to go for the super in time, but the drift forward BRC at round start position. Fecian taking it back, saying that, all right, you get a couple of games in a row, but now it's time for me to play as well. Well, that's definitely one of the buttons that will go under 6 heavy. I think 6 heavy for Jacko is, in a certain way, the same vibes as 6Ps, because in this game, Jacko 6 heavy doesn't really get a big conversion, but it is a good tool for checking the opponent in the air really far away from you. Another good parry coming through. There we go, cross up Yosan, and that was probably plus as well. Imagine being plus in that situation. Lots of minion parry comments coming through. Fecian kinda establishing a neutral RPS where they are willing to, you know, minion parry your instant air dashes. So REDRaven has to sort of vary their air mobility, vary the, you know, timings at which they press their buttons. Well, a very decent position. Oh. REDRaven does have the meter, so as long as you have at least the YRC or the burst, you can get to RPS against Jacko in the corner. However, if you have neither one of those, and especially if Jacko manages to activate the red buff, oh my god, you are in for a world of hurt. And speaking of world of hurt, REDRaven missing the burst there during the last round. Important parry. Don't get put in the corner against Jacko. Yeah, despite the slowdown frames, the throw starting extremely fast there. And now here we go. You can see Fecian pushing REDRaven towards the end of the screen. It's so important that REDRaven doesn't get stuck here, because they don't even have the YRC this time. The last breath of air. Gun is fired, but Fecian is already too high up in the air. And here we go, the jump D once again. Just a love kiss. Single projectile puts Fecian in an even situation. It was looking slightly dire for a moment, but you know, Fecian being a top player has probably been in sticky situations like that when in a tournament or in a casual environment where the opponent is starting to run away with a lead. At that moment, it's just, you know, you just gotta collect yourself and go again. Hit that retry button and, you know, just play your best. That's really all you can do in fighting games in situations like that. Speaking of good situations, Fecian only needs one. Oh, that was definitely one option that you can do as well. Make them air dash over you, crouch under or dash crouch under, and then catch them on the landing. And 2D from Jacko kind of works for that situation because it does slide you forward. Even if you're slightly far away, it can put you in a position where you get to tag their landing recovery frames if they, you know, if they performed a button in the air. There we go with the minion parry anti-air once again. I want to say Fecian special because I haven't seen any other Jacko player be so active with those minion parries. Here we go, tether. Oh, now we're mixing what side is gonna be. Actually, Fecian blocking that correctly. Lots of meter traded back and forth. Oh my god, what a struggle. Fecian almost got in a situation where they got to utilize Baiken's own cord or tether for the mix-up. The minion throw, keeping REDRaven in the corner. Oh, that's a good gun super, but doesn't manage to keep up the pressure. You know, both players low health. The tendency to fire those Abara 2-piece. Rising. Oh. Damn, that's a pretty good round start for Fecian. Getting the hit. Getting 40% of your opponent's life as well as the burst. Now REDRaven potentially in a lot of trouble. Fecian, I think aborting the combo there purposely just to keep REDRaven in this situation. Yeah, that was smart. If Fecian pushes that combo and breaks the wall, REDRaven will actually go back to neutral, which is not the optimal situation. Oh, the minion from behind, those minion commands. Even though you run past the minions, you always have to be aware that activating the minion hit might actually make them chase you from behind. And here comes the big damage. Forever, Elysian, Triver, breaking the wall, giving Fecian a... Okay, just choosing to not go for the mix-up. Instead, plays it very safe. And takes the round. Damn! I mean, in a way, that does make sense, because Oking Baiken can be sort of annoying, forcing you to choose RPS options that you wouldn't usually play because of the parry, right? So, if you're playing a character that can say, I will actually not Oki this, I will just play neutral here, and I will still have the advantage. That is definitely a valid option. The gun finds its mark on block, but not a whole lot of value gained here. REDRaven still has the life lead though. Oh, that was so smart. Usually opponents, like when you get put in that RC situation in the air, you're usually guessing between strike and a throw. But Fecian actually choosing to run under and aiming to tag REDRaven on the landing there. So if REDRaven tries to take the air throw that potentially follows or press button, they are gonna get hit. Scoring a hit against the throw. REDRaven, ooh, barely missing the instant overhead. But this is a massive life lead for REDRaven. Fecian meeting them mid-scream with that big Jacko 2D. Aborting the combo. And yeah, this block string is not gonna end. REDRaven, oh, goes for the burst! But it's baited. I wonder if if Fecian was ready for that situation. They had the minion picked up. Here we go with the gun once again. This time it is good. Fecian had already activated Jump D, so that gonna be a punish for a decent amount of damage. Oh, perfect angle against the Jump D, was it? REDRaven, big opportunity to deal damage. Into, is that in time? Yes, indeed. And now Fecian doesn't even get to fire their burst. Maybe trying to hard read that REDRaven was gonna drop their combo, but hey, that's the burst meta, huh? Right, early burst for REDRaven. Might as well put it into good use. The earlier you burst in Guilty Gear, the faster you are gonna build your burst back. Especially for those gold bursts. Like, early gold burst is one of the comfiest thing that you can actually do in Guilty Gear. Man, that 2K actually reaching for REDRaven there. RC into a little bit of a side switch action here. Decent damage. And the air-to-air, putting REDRaven back on the ground. This is so important. REDRaven trying to fish! 2k, 2k, 2k by Fecian, not extending themselves into that button. The patience from our Jacko player. Oh, that's big though. We were talking about that those air-to-air exchanges, especially from that jump slash. That is one of the best things for Baiken. And that's also one of the reasons probably why Fecian hasn't been jumping around at REDRaven too much. Not only is Jacko arguably better at ground game, but also it is gonna be so much more risky to go airborne against Baiken. Yozan comes through. Oh, interesting reads. And Fecian manages to break out of the pressure. YRC is good. Yozan barely misses on the dash over. Gets value for their burst. Fecian didn't necessarily have to fire the burst, but deems that, alright, we have the resources, we have still a chance to end it here. Alas, REDRaven able to grasp the round, and now Fecian going into this round with a small disadvantage for firing that burst. The big fully charged 5D coming through even for Jacko, able to deal quite a bit of damage. Now REDRaven, no meter, but has a burst. YRC, immediate burst. Into the corner you go. But able to swap the positions. All meter, all resources used in order to not get stuck in the opponent's block string. And here comes REDRaven's chance, the hard the comminative option. Dash in, throw, but that time Fecian reads it and gets the round once again. 4-6. Not a desperate situation yet. Hard read, starting off the round with Fecian, trying to get that burst read at the start of the round that they got last time. However, REDRaven, smart player as they are, will vary their options, not playing the same option every single time. Ooh, the 2S, perfect angle. What happens when a jump heavy from Baiken, a perfect move to hit your opponent very deep, meets with a move like anti-air move like Jacko 2S that basically checks your opponent right above you? Oh, the second one was probably another anti-air, instant overhead Yozan, but not finding its mark. And Fecian, with that round out of the way, Fecian now sitting at a fairly safe, comfortable set point position or match point position. RC, oh my god, there we go this time. The throw is good. Ooh, tried to probably land. I wonder if that was supposed to be a Yozan hit or if they tried to play a super elusive throw there. But Fecian actually reading the outcome, and now anti-air, not quite gonna be it, missing the combo, but is that gonna be it? Fecian with RC, misses the hit! Uh-oh, they can't walk in the air. The double jump, securing an angle for Fecian where they get to finish it with jump D. And like that, Fecian coming back from, I think it was 1-3, 2-game deficit. Able to come back from that 2-game deficit and take it 7-4. But that was a very good hustle still. As per usual, REDRaven delivering the interesting, the exciting matches that they are known for. I think you are definitely gonna be happy with an outcome like that against one of the most dangerous Jacko players in the community. All right, let's see. So I think NKellyy is gonna run a test against against somebody. Let me pop out and see against who it is. Okay, so NKellyy is at least able to load into the game versus REDRaven, so there's that. So maybe we get to have our Geo versus Baiken matchup after all. Alright, seems that NKellyy is good. As long as the problem is not like this particular cabinet that we're playing on, but that would be a super obscure problem. Alright, now we just need your boy in the lobby again. Alright, and there we have it. We have both players in the lobby. And this time, you know what Mom always told us? 10th time is the charm, so we'll see if better luck now. Uh-oh. Alright. We are loaded into the game. And for the first time in 10,000 years, we'll get to see NKellyy Baiken versus your boy, Geo. With a very aggressive start, that full step dash into DP, into an immediate gold burst, getting your boy a lot of value. Into a throw, and that's gonna be a fast round. Yeah, this could potentially be a match between two of the most aggressive players that we have competing on Bounty Hunters. Oh, this is a little too deep there. But your boy, ready to transition into a reset even after a dropped combo, a mark of a strong player. However, here comes NKellyy with those instant air dashes. You can bet your ass that Baiken is gonna instant air dash jump slash at you here and there. With a parry option select. And a clean air throw. Here we go. Just checking with a tatami mat. Oh, and a good punish. Yeah, NKellyy didn't have the 50 meter yet to threaten with the RC after the Kabari follow-up. Oh, there we go. We were talking about the air buttons, how Geo actually has some pretty decent air buttons herself. But I think for Geo, it's more like... For Geo, it's the close range air-to-airs, whereas for Baiken, it's definitely the sort of the far mid-range air-to-airs that she excels in. Here we go again, once with that multi-hitting move. And a good 6P. Yeah, hitting your 6Ps against... Not only hitting your 6Ps against Baiken, but also having the presence of mind to sort of be in a position where you can hit it. So stopping doing whatever you're doing and concentrating on the air, the anti-air, super important features. Oh, NKellyy really committed to that anime dash. Now your boy with a very decent looking combo. Breaking the wall a little too early, would have probably liked to use super for it. But as a result of that, we had 50 meters to spend into that pressure sequence. NKellyy actually going under. Burst from your boy. Very decent burst as well. In a situation like this where your opponent has 0 life to spend and you are the sort of aggressor, it's a good idea to just sink the burst into that. Even if the burst doesn't work out, you have the full round to take more damage and to build your burst back, resulting in, you know, a net positive value, or basically resulting in more bursts. I guess that's what I wanted to say. Your boy very active with those full screen dash DPs. The DP for Giovanna, sort of like a makeshift 6P, or more like a 6P plus in terms of, you know, it's very low profiling, but it will also do very decent damage on counter rate, where 6P not necessarily so much. Oh, interesting movement. However, gets caught in that that gold burst from NKellyy. But close enough to the corner to get the wall break as well. Here comes your boy with the cross up. Certainly not as safe as it once was. No longer plus on block. But still has the same potential for finishing rounds with. Ooh, forcing another air-to-air trade. Look at that, very decent damage. Your boy very much on point in that RPS, standing up. And a good trade. Nice punish on the whiff parry as well. Your boy milking out the massive damage out of this one. And NKellyy doesn't have quite the burst available yet. We'll have it for the next conversion though. Oh, attempting a whiff punish on that 2K, was it? And NKellyy though, aborting the sequence and baiting the burst out of your boy. Scoring NKellyy a big advantage here on the last round. Yosan Zen, close enough that time to convert into the combo, and a jump slash. That's so smart. You could go for an anti-air air throw there, as you know, people who are looking for consistency would do. But NKellyy knows the jump slash just does more, so air to air instead. This time didn't have the RC. Oh, do they have the frames? Doesn't quite manage to get out of the active hitbox there. Now your boys, opportunity to run it back. That was so tricky, but NKellyy already committed to the jump out. Man. And NKellyy puts the first point on the board. Ooh, being very careful against the burst, but that time NKellyy not willing to fire the burst as soon as possible. NKellyy also tends to commit to those heavy cabaret follow-ups very aggressively, even when they don't have necessarily the 50 meter to back it up on block. But that is definitely one way to play the RPS. Now super hits it home, does enough damage for your boy. I really love your boy's movement, especially. It's and not just the movement forward, but also the movement backwards. It's really the backwards oriented movement that makes you unpredictable. Like anyone and their mother can air dash forward, and come in at you very aggressively. But when you mix in like horizontal movement, like up, down axis, Y axis, as well as moving back here and there, your opponent can never be sure what is the angle and what is the timing that you're going in with. And that's especially beautiful observing your boys, you know, movement and neutral game here. Yeah, look at that, back and forth, finding the throw. Once again, what's it gonna be? NKellyy has the burst, hits with the tail end a bit, and now NKelly's turn to run it back, hits the low, with the ever looming pressure threat of the instant overhead. Able to make the lows hit as well. Oh, that makes the YRC. The throw, what's it gonna be? Just resets with an OTG 2K. Oh, that was certainly gonna be a throw, wasn't it? But got the 5D out instead. Despite all that spaghetti, your boy's still pulling ahead and getting the game. Another very strong point for your boy is definitely the transition from missed opportunities and missed combos into resets and, you know, just pressing your buttons again. It's kind of when you see a strong player adjusting to their drops, it kind of seems seamless and kind of makes you think that they are doing it on purpose because it just, you know, it just flows so well. Oh, and Kelly tried to backdash out of that, but with the slowdown frames, 2K from Geo, it's too much. One round advantage for NKellyy and finds the big anti-air or air-to-air jump slash once again. The bike and special. Oh, good blocks. However, landing into plus frames, NKellyy. And is it gonna be a wall stick? Yes, it is. Not quite the kill, but look at that. Look at this life disadvantage. Your boy not willing to give it up just yet, though. The YRC. Oh, potentially looking for your boy to burst there immediately. Now it is NKellyy who fires the burst. Kelly just trying to find opportunities to shave off that one last pixel out of your boy. But once again, the air-to-air doesn't work out for NKellyy. Go burst. Oh, not punished. Your boy coming in again and actually steals the round. God damn it. That was with a one more hit situation. Never say never, though. And NKellyy will have to gather themselves after that probably demoralizing steal of a round from your boy. Right, a good throw. And time to mix it up. Overhead. Oh, nice movement with the tether attached. Instant overhead hits and still gets it. Against NKellyy, threatening with the throws, goes in with the second one. What's it gonna be? Empty low, and that should secure the round for NKellyy. Yes, indeed. Wait, did I accidentally put 2 points? I think I got a double tap there. I thought it was 1-3, right? So it shouldn't be 3-3. I wonder if anybody else was on top of the score situation. But if nothing else, the players will know the scores because they have it on screen after every game. So when kyuukei doesn't deliver, just trust your own instincts. Ooh, nice anti-air with the DP and gets the conversion as well. That's what makes DP from Geo such a what's the word I'm looking for? Appealing option compared to the 6P. The damage that you get from your combos, and they should, yeah, finish the deal. All right, going into the next one, trying to hit an anti-air with a low 2D on the landing there. NKellyy within the gold burst, but doesn't get punished. So not too bad of a deal. Oh, there we go. Still gets frame advantage after missing that jump slash. Because your boy was missing a 2D, was it, as well? Throw into the corner. It's gonna be big. The parry from a little too far away. Oh, that's actually smart. The third option. Usually when you are put in that slowdown situation in the air, your options are either hold it against the strike or try to take the throw immediately. Your boy went for the third option instead and fired the super. Here we go with the low. And cashes out. This is gonna be a hard knockdown. Your boy doesn't have the 50 meter nor the burst yet. So a decent opportunity for NKellyy to steal this round or to grab this round here. The air-to-air jump slashes have been hidden way less for NKellyy as the the set has progressed. I wonder if your boy has a decisive read on the angles that NKellyy is utilizing here. Yeah, once again, your boy just getting in there with their button before NKelly's jump slash goes active. It's definitely one strategy that you can utilize against that ever strong jump slash from Vahvaloac. We go with a very early Yozan. Again, the same read once again. Doesn't let NKellyy go for the strike throw. Grasping the initiative from behind. Yeah, your boy. God damn, does your boy look sharp. Right, moving into the next round. One thing is certain, your boy has 5 points, NKellyy potentially 2 or 3, I'm not quite sure, but we'll see how it develops from here. Burst into the corner, the classic. Keep the momentum rolling. Instant overhead. It's gonna score a decent amount of damage for NKellyy. And now looking for that one more, but I wonder if the fact that your boy was able to run that one faded round back so decisively, I wonder if that will haunt NKellyy now in the same situation again. The situation where they need to get one more. There we go, this time that trade is definitely gonna favor NKellyy. Jump in is good, doubling it up with a step dash, goes for the throw, another one. This is the classic strike throw from Geo. And the multi-hitting overhead, just keep on coming. What's it gonna be? Strike throw. NKellyy holding on to dear life. Finally decides to fire the RPS option, the parry, but that time it was gonna be the throw once again. Oh, all right. Now it's NKelly's turn to run it back. Oh, that jump slash, that TK jump slash definitely was meant to be a TK Yozan. I'm surprised that NKellyy has been able to build up a sort of an RPS situation out of this round start. Dashing forward super deep and then playing either like far slash or faking like a, or then going for the sort of the anime dash throw. So now your boy with a positive bonus here, checks with the round start, and NKellyy needs to find a burst, finds it, but again, at what cost? The damage has been dealt, and NKellyy, sorry, your boy is blazing forward. Ooh, that was actually a nice punish. Not able to get the full combo though. NKellyy needs to keep it tight. Oh my goodness. Any hit will take it, and there it is, the cross up. Making it even more awkward is the fact that, you know, once Giovanna gets enough meter, she starts doing chip damage as well with her normals. And now taking a little bit of a breather, and NKellyy needs to pull a lot of wins off now in a row. The plus frames. Ooh, and NKellyy trying to challenge, potentially going for a parry there. But now here comes the Giovanna pressure. It's not strike, it's not, well, I guess it's kind of a strike, but a very delayed one. Going for the overhead instead, and finds the low out of the pseudo round start position. When you come out of the fully charged 5D and manage to finish it off with the right sequence, you do still get like your turn as the player who finished the combo. Oh, what's it gonna be? Air throw this time. Your boy might have been thinking about the super once again. I'm not sure if they had the meter. Blocks the overhead, sorry, the cross-up overhead. And now with the tether. Plus frames. This time, oh my goodness, manages to actually score the anti-air DP. And oh my god, look at the pace of your boy here. Again, air to air. Where is the anti-air? Where is it? Nowhere to be found. And your boy blazing forward with the ever aggressive Giovanna play. Proving that their first win on Bounty Hunters definitely was not a fluke. They are through and through a Giovanna player, able to keep up the pressure. Once they put NKellyy in the corner, it was so difficult to NKellyy to just escape that. And that is very, very classic Giovanna. The jump presets into the multi-hitting overheads, then another strike throw, plus frames, left and right. Yeah, it is tricky. Alrighty then. What do we have for next? Entering the two last matchups of the evening. First coming up is ReyPeru, a Nago player from Spain that really put themselves on the board on the, you know, on Bounty Hunter scale. They've of course been a top level competitor for a long time in the EMEA scene, being able to put themselves in top 8 in various tournaments left and right. And facing them is gonna be none other than Sierra Vice. You know this Gold Luis player from a lot of past Bounty Hunters events. And a very high level player than gamer themselves. However, the question is it gonna be enough against ReyPeru? Give me a moment to fix the UIs and make sure that the players are on board. All right. There's the man, the myth, the legend. ReyPeru enters the fray. And the countdown to massacre starts. The one matchup that I've personally been waiting for the most, I think. I just want to see more of, you know, ReyPeru's game after that heated match of last week, we're definitely talking about, you know, one of the top Nagoryuki talents in the region, for sure. And that is a super contested position. Like, if you have to name 5 top Nagoryuki players, that might actually be difficult because there are so many. Nagoryuki being one of the most popular characters, of course, being sort of a safe pick for, you know, decently, I don't want to say easy to play, but, you know, Nagoryuki is just straightforward enough and a character that just delivers very easily. So we definitely don't have a shortage of high-level Nago players. But make no mistake, ReyPeru, one of them for sure. And now we're gonna see if Sierra Vice can hold their own against this monster of a Nago player. Straight into the DP frame trap. Oh, it's gonna be big. Even against a heavy boy like Gold Luis, one of those big counter hits, especially when Risk is involved, yeah. It's a two-touch world. Alright, let's see what Sierra Vice can do. It's, of course, when you are Gold Luis and you get point blank with the opponent's character, it doesn't matter what character they play, they will all crumble under your pressure. They're the same. I mean, I guess it's an okay feature to have like a meterless DP for example against Gold Luis. But Nago doesn't really have that. If Nago wants to go for a reversal, it'll have to be the 50-meter super. Oh, the score. Yeah, let me fix that. 0-0. There we go. That's better. All right, Gold Luis, Sierra Vice coming in with the threat of the. Oh yeah, that's such a good position, but such a delicate position you are, because you had to not only bait the YRC but also the burst from ReyPeru. And you know, after having your YRC baited, ReyPeru was just like, you know, I'm not gonna go for that burst until you show me the combo. So big decisions from both players. We'll jump into the next one. We're looking for the whiff punish, but with the slow movement doesn't quite manage to get there in time. ReyPeru still with the burst. Unwilling to fire it. The burst metagame already developing in ways that you might have not predicted from you know, the first or the second round. But strong players, as soon as they get to see how you sort of play your RPS options, ReyPeru has a little bit of data already in terms of what kind of, you know, burst baits Sierra Vice wants to do. So holding your burst against an opponent that loves to do hard-ish baiting, that's gonna get you a lot of value, right? Hammering with the plus frames. There's the YRC. And gets out of the corner. Very important for ReyPeru here. Sierra Vice has so much meter to play with. Swinging a miss and doesn't let ReyPeru get any of those movement options off. The 2S, the far range, high blood options coming through. This is tricky now. Of course, Nago has the explosiveness at the start of the round. Oh my god, speaking of explosive, Sierra Vice has to be thinking about bursting. The burst comes through, but as soon as it fired, ReyPeru just in there with the unique option, send the clone and teleport after it. Has to fire the YRC. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be bad for ReyPeru. Unless Sierra Vice is sort of forced to break the wall. And now, uh-oh, the back turn incident. I think this is it. This is checkmate, right? Sierra has so much meter. I'm actually surprised that Sierra didn't drift forward for that previous Behemoth Typhoon, but you know, make no mistake, when you are put in the corner against a 100-meter Gold Lewis, you're basically expecting to take so much chip damage that not only chip damage but also continued pressure that it's just very hard to get out. Oh my god, actually hitting the wrong side there. Or maybe perhaps the right side, depending on what Sierra is meant to do there. Good check there. Don't let them run. Hukyo for free. And Sierra again tries to go for the Guts Crush combo, but it's not enough. Oh, that was so smart. Not only did they get the Guts Crush, but also put ReyPeru at that high blood full screen. And getting the safe hit at the end. But we're starting the round once again in the true Nagoriyuki fashion. That's nice. Guessing with the 6P. That was the right tool for the occasion. And now pressing the sick corner situation. Oh my god, are they dead? The hard bait coming through once again. ReyPeru. Perfect delay on the burst. And the momentum shifts. Here comes ReyPeru. What's it gonna be? Straight into the command grab. Oh, but Sierra plays that hit as safe as they can. As soon as they got the hit, they just option select the Behemoth Typhoon with a burst, sorry, with an RC, and took ReyPeru's burst. Oh my goodness. It's the DP round start once again. Yeah, this time bursting very early. Sierra has been eating that combo a couple of times now, and they know just how much it's gonna hurt if they don't. Ooh, that was actually big value. ReyPeru able to jump over the the drone, which is often enough, like sort of like a show starter for Gold Lewis. Very difficult to get over, especially combined with Gold Lewis's jump slash that keeps the opponent sort of grounded, right? Because, you know, you're not gonna go air to air against that button, right? Once again, keeping up the pressure, spent the 50 meter, getting position once again. This is so difficult. ReyPeru has no tension, has no burst. Where's the way out? 6P is clashing. Oh my god. And now clashing, or rather colliding with the Behemoth Typhoon. Ooh, that was so smart. Actually, I actually like Nagoriyuki players who play that option. When they Hukyo forward, that command dash forward, they're looking where their opponent is, and if the opponent is in the air, just play the DP instead. That kind of does it against people who love to neutral jump against the clones, against Hukyos, and against you know, Kamuriyuki as well. Again, the dash forward DP has been working out for ReyPeru pretty well. With the slowed down frames of PRC, able to get their button out before Sierra Wise was able to produce their own. 2 points each. This is already spelling a very, very promising start for a very interesting set. Alright, good check there. Diffusing the important situation now. ReyPeru, very high on blood, will be able to fire any of those special moves for a while. Just land those 5 heavies. Every single 5 heavy, even on block, is gonna return some amount of block back to you. What's Sierra Vice's place? Oh, was probably trying to press a button in reaction to the Hukyo forward, but you know, the mental stack, sometimes you're not thinking about it, and even though it's quotations, easy reaction. Sometimes it just ain't so easy after all. The jump D finds its mark from very far away. And look at this meter build. As soon as Sierra Vice hits the 50 meter, that's when we hit the danger zone. Important too heavy. Sort of, too heavy is a very strong button against Gold Lewis, because they are a little higher standing up and even sitting down as compared to other characters. Just playing it very safe, waiting for ReyPeru to potentially hang themselves with the YRC or the burst. But I wonder, at this point, ReyPeru has gotten so much value out of, you know, just waiting out Sierra Vice's hard baits. We'll see if the burst bait meta is gonna develop. Again, Sierra very conscious of the burst, but ReyPeru just choosing to not fire it. Too heavy counter hit. Here we go. Into the corner you go. Very high blood. But we have enough for Fukyo for sure. Is that gonna recover? No, sir. Big hit coming in and crossing positions. ReyPeru being so patient. But I mean, against Goldlose, you can only be so patient. I think we have probably have a disconnection here, a rare one. Being able to go along with the event with no disconnections so far. Let's see, did the I mean, it's up to you. If you want to play it as normal, you can, or you can, you know, if you're already like in a situation where both players realized that I disconnected, you can also just sandbag and, you know, skip into or get out of the match, and we'll just reset it. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we're not gonna miss any matches here. Good awareness from players. Love to see that. For we don't have the lobbies quite perfectly fixed yet. Disconnections still happen. Oh boy, though. It's been a decently spicy evening so far. I'm already running out of steam. Damn. Where's the endurance? kyuukei, what happened? It's not even a seven match event. Oh, and let me make sure to reset it back to rematch as well. There we go. Whew, almost fucked it up. There we go. All right, back in we go. So score is 3 points for Sierra Vice from Germany. ReyPeru 2 points for our Spanish Nagoriyuki beast. You know, I gotta be honest, I was not expecting Sierra Vice to necessarily grasp the lead this early into the set. barely missing with the 5 heavy. It's, if you can, of course, there's decent value making the Nago with that 5 heavy as well. It has decent recovery, but also not giving Nago the blood drain for those heavy normals. Oh, that was a good prediction. Very early 2 heavy. Sealing the deal on the first round here in game number 6. Really love the DP usage for ReyPeru. You know, it's a very, very decent hitbox, very decently hard-hitting starter as well. Oh my god, the patience! ReyPeru out of this world, just backing off as long as it takes to nullify the drone. And then when it's gone, the gold burst. This guy, I tell you, this guy. Here we go with the hard knockdown. And last mix-up, what's it gonna be? Almost getting out of the sticky situation there with the backdash. But getting thrown for their troubles, and ReyPeru evening it out, 3 each. And that was... I gotta say, even though ReyPeru is, as many top-level Nagoryuki players, very aggressively sound, what really amazes me about ReyPeru is the defensive game. Look at that shimmy with the use of Hukyo. Very big gold burst now. Even if we get pressured here, we will have tools to play with as Sierra Vice. And straight into the pressure we go. Oh no, they didn't notice. I didn't notice either that ReyPeru was actually gonna pop there. The DP, yeah, with the fresh open bar of blood. ReyPeru ready to commit and go for a fast kill. If I recall correctly as well, ReyPeru is one of those Nago players who love to commit hard on high risk, high reward situations when, you know, when you can sort of get a good one. So a very, very sound decision making for this top level Nago player. Ooh, the pause there. The pause made ReyPeru consider pressing a button, but Sierra Vice had ReyPeru's number that time. Not phased, straight into the heat of the battle. Spending a lot of blood, but honestly, I think GoldLuis is one of those characters you happily spend a lot of blood with. Even going back to neutral with level like 2 bars of blood, it's not too bad, because what's I was about to say, what is GoldLuis gonna do? Well, the minigun is definitely one of those options. But I mean, in cases where Nago still has a little bit of blood to spend, they can definitely dash through with the clone Hukyo. I'm not able to react to the throw that time. Gold burst, big one. It's the favorite burst. Oh, I think this will not hit though, right? Yeah, has to spend all that meter that they got from the gold burst to cover up for that little mishap. Very nice 5 heavy, deletes the drone as well and makes Sierra Vice's security gauge go back to level 1. Here we go, ready to cross up. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if they usually use that Behemoth Typhoon there. Sierra Vice seemed to land very fast from that one. Of course, there's just... It's interesting how much, you know, set play potential you have on your knockdowns as GoldLuis. It's kind of like you're the thick Milia, as they like to put it. The left rights are really, really nasty for GoldLuis. Alright, set it up, and ReyPeru, yeah, has to respect. Does the best they can, giving away some real estate while staying safe. But now, oh, you're in a sticky situation, my friend. ReyPeru also has the burst, but when are they get to spend it? And the answer is, they don't. I wonder if the decision to hold the burst there came back to the early, very aggressive burst baits that, you know, Sierra Vice was playing. And ReyPeru might have been thinking about, all right, he's probably gonna go for that burst bait again. So let me just hold it and try to get the value that way. But this time, Sierra Vice switching it up and not baiting it at all. That's smart. That's smart stuff. Smart stuff, trademark. Oh, that was so good. Sees that jump slash from a mile away and jumping into a position where they get to throw instead. But now, Sierra Vice able to flip the situation on its head. And this will be difficult, yeah. Unless you commit to bursting here, ReyPeru. The expectation to come out of that corner situation, not very high. Uh-oh, the back turn. And this is Gold Louis Gaming. Oh my goodness, the time that he actually chose to burst, Sierra Vice was on top of it. Sierra Vice just bettering their RPS and grasps the lead once again in this nail biter of a set. I love that so much. It's like the options that Sierra Vice played early set the tone for the RPS for bursts. And honestly, when you have two characters like this who hit really hard, that burst bait meta is so ever so important. And I think so far, Sierra Vice starting a little shaky on the burst bait meta game, coming out with really big W's here. Alright, the drone prematurely scoring the wall break, so we'll have to go back to neutral against Nago with really high blood. Oh, is he gonna pop? Oh, it was slight miscalculation from ReyPeru. But again, Sierra Vice choosing to play that hard burst bait, and it might actually, yeah, it'll end up costing them. RC? Oh, that was smart. Yeah, instant cancel and go into the heavy machine gun. I think no matter what Nagoriyuki is gonna play in that situation, unless they commit to this like super jump, they're just gonna have to hold the Gatling gun, huh? Ooh, very delayed hit. Oh, that's smart! Oh, but they busted. Oh my goodness. Burst baits back and forth. It's actually Gold Louis. It's Sierra Vice. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be dead honest. That was way too fast. That was way too many very clutch RPS decisions within a span of 5 seconds. I blanked out there. Jesus motherfucking Christ. That was some high risk, high reward Guilty Gear there. And now, who would have thought? It is Sierra Vice who's arriving to the 6 points before ReyPeru. Oh my goodness, the gold burst actually yields. Now ReyPeru faced with a difficult decision. Are they gonna burst or are they gonna hold? They have chosen the patience. They will take the burst to potentially the last match of the set. But God, Sierra Vice coming out guns blazing and proving me wrong. I was setting out Sierra Vice to be the underdog of this match. But God, man, did they prove me wrong. Strong pressure here from ReyPeru. And look at that risk gauge. There's so much. Honestly, in that situation when you don't have any resources to spend as Gold Louis, there really aren't good options. There are options you just gotta take, but uh-oh, here's the pop. Oh, drops the combo, and now I can understand they wanted to burst ReyPeru back into the corner with 0 life to spend, and just one coughing swing would have finished it. But that time, the disjoint, that was not the time, unfortunately. And now ReyPeru Gets a decent chance to run it back with 2 heavy. Anti-airs. Oh, but the second RPS option was not quite there. ReyPeru pushing it. Gold burst. What's it gonna be? Set the iron cannons. ReyPeru, what is your option here? Oh, the overhead hits! Hidden behind the laser beam! Sierra Vice's chance to end it right here. ReyPeru says no, we have the meter, we have the blood. Oh, but the mash out of the corner, that was so important. Sierra Vice potentially, again, in a situation to end the round. Where's the burst? The burst hits! That was a good burst, but they didn't have the frames. Perfect spacing. Sierra Vice taking out the trusted old minigun. That minigun has been MVP for Sierra Vice, finishing so many rounds and clutching it out when it mattered the most. Oh my god, Sierra Vice holds it against ReyPeru. Nagoriyuki. Now color me surprised. What a match was that? We still have one more to go. I just want to extend my sincere thanks for just providing that match. Sierra Vice, ReyPeru. Damn, what a pair. Alright, jumping into potentially the last matchup of the evening. We've got Bazalt, Urboiagain, hailing from Hungary, against SneakyK, the chip player, the rare chip player from UK. I mean, again, I guess we shouldn't, you know, say that chip is that rare. We've got chip players left and right. Alright, we got one contender in the lobby. So that would be SneakyK. Let me give Bazalt also the shout out, or the heads up that we are indeed ready to go. Do a backflip? No. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Alright, we have the confirmation from Bazalt, and they are on their way. And we are mentally prepping for one more for the road. Whoops. What a night has it been. So Urboiagain versus a chip. Another test of patience in a lot of ways. I think Urboiagain probably gets to challenge Chip a little less than Sol compared to our first matchup slot of the evening. But Baiken definitely does not lack the firepower to make Chip do the magic trick and disappear from the screen on a decent counter hit. Especially air to air. Alright, so this will be the first time we see SneakyK on the screen on Bounty Hunters. One of our two UK competitors making their debuts on our humble little event. Bazalt, of course, we've seen them before. Has had their entrance, their sort of introduction to Bounty Hunters as well against, I think it was against Deca-backed Chaos. Now our Hungarian chip player, our Hungarian Baiken player looking to take their first win here on Bounty Hunters.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of
all right, my friends, take a deep breath. For if you blink it, you might miss it from here on out.
Chip versus Baiken. Duel 1.
Let me flip the names around as well. Alright, and we go. Ooh, running into the tatami mat. Ooh, interesting. The tatami was going the wrong way, and SneakyK was ready to chase that. Because being as pixie-like as Chip is, taking a lot of those stray hits really does add up really fast. Here comes the Genrozan, the hidden weapon. Are you ready to react to that? An air throw, or press a button if you're a machine. Here we go with the Genrozan once again. Chooses to not burn the meter. Ooh, that was smart by Bazalt. Sees the incoming air throw or the air-to-air, potentially has the frames to double jump and dodges the trajectory from SneakyK. SneakyK, of course, has to tread very carefully, even on neutral. There we go with the whip punishes. Yeah, the whip punishes are gonna be the sort of the most safe ways for Chip to get their pressure started. So if Bazalt is willing to whip buttons at neutral, those two heavies, those two S's, even far slashes, or kabaris for that matter, there is definitely value to be had. Even if you don't get the definitive hard punish, you can get in like this. That time it was a punish though, I think. And like the way you intercept Chip, you often enough you just can't react to Chip running in. You have to sort of put those active boxes on the screen preemptively and, you know, make Chip run into them. So it's a very delicate dance, the risk-reward between trying to put hitboxes on the screen and prevent Chip from initiating their, you know, dash in. Oh, goes for the empty low, baits the parry, and overhead. Gonna deal a decent amount of damage. That might actually kill. It's very close, not quite. One hit point. What's the mix-up gonna be? The cross-up. As sort of a smart option to play as well from SneakyK, because, you know, Bazalt had so much meter to spend. I think if if they choose to like fire any sort of RC, reversal super, that cross-up Alpha Blade is probably gonna pass by already and, you know, evade everything. Alright, standard aggressive burst here from Bazalt, but unfortunately loses the position, gets back thrown into the corner. There again, once again, ready with the whiff punishes. SneakyK putting on display that they have all the basic neutral tools that chip players would love to have. Oh, but missing the overhead Rekka there. Here comes Bazalt, but again, at a moment's notice, if you don't put those hitboxes out there, it's only a couple of frames and Chip is running back at you. Oh, that was so smart. Good reaction, 2K. Tagging Bazalt out of that health follow-up of Kabari. Trying to be very sneaky with it. Ooh, big hit, straight into the super. This is actually pretty optimal damage. If you cut straight into the super as Baiken, instead of going for RC or anything like that, that will actually delete a lot of life bars. In a lot of cases, that will actually do more damage than a lot of Roman cancel routes, I think. Bazalt with a burst. Oh, that might have actually been a misfire on the DP. Has to spend burst to save themselves from that. RC. Oh no, just keeps on holding it. And this will not kill. SneakyK would still last chance, but the plus frames out of the S Kabari. Not letting, even though you're a chip player, even though you have fast buttons for that exact range, still a little too much. Bazalt picking the right tools for the occasion and calls out the option from SneakyK. Ooh, nice jump out. Reads the deep dash throw attempt. Nice, and it's enough. Recognizing the OTG 6 heavy is gonna get the kill. Seals the deal. No need to mix it up even. You can just have the round win already. The delayed overhead Rekka. Striking through. Oh, nice jump. Yeah, 2 times it has worked. On the 3rd time, Bazalt recognizing that the leaf crab is coming. But we haven't gotten... Oh, that was so tricky. Straight into the super, securing a hard knockdown and a mix-up. Bazalt, though, lots of meter to spend. And safe jumping against Baiken from that, you know, wall break situations can be a little awkward. Because we have the frame 1 parry available to us. Oh, the very delay there. Uh-oh, called on me, because that was definitely fireworks. But making the best out of that situation, Bazalt able to get a couple of good buttons out, however, doesn't last for very long, and that's gonna be so close. Not quite it once again. Oh my god, Bazalt with so much respect there. And now mounting a potential comeback. Gets a hard knockdown there. What's the option gonna be for SneakyK plus frames into? Oh, that's gonna be a kill! I don't believe it. After that absolute respect, even after all those missed buttons from SneakyK, Bazalt somehow able to mount a highway robbery. Jesus. We've seen so many really great comebacks this evening. It is honestly a testament to, you know, the fact that you should never say never. Good check, the 2P comes out before the Alpha Blade goes active. And big damage, look at that. 1/3 of your life of a single parry. Really awkward pause there. Maybe we're thinking about the burst, but there was burst. No burst to be had. Go with the punish. It's gonna be coast to coast, dropping the combo. Unfortunately, SneakyK. But still in it to win it. Keep the corner pressure alive. Managed to catch out of the plus frames and does it. Alright, again, plus frames in the corner. Looking for a whip punish. Bazalt is sub. Oh my goodness, really? There was a gap there to parry. Bazalt scoring another very decisive hit. Spends 50 meters to stay safe after that DP. What's it gonna be? Oh, I think this will actually pass through, right? No, not quite. Not quite like the situation we had earlier. I think you probably need like a very meaty alpha blade to make it actually safe to pass through. I mean, in general, passing through with the alpha blade, like it's not very safe. If the opponent is ready to press pretty much any any button and produce any hitbox, it is gonna tag you out of that horizontal ground alpha blade. Nice, here we go with the good BMB combo. Hurts even on chip. It's gonna be very close. I think the wall is gonna give before SneakyK's life runs out. And both players still have a chance here. Oh, big, maybe even too big counter hit jump slash. But able to salvage the situation, Bazalt. 3-1.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. Duel 1.
Momentum swings back and forth. Now the ball is in SneakyK's court to sort of produce enough resistance to Bazalt's oncoming march. Ooh, I think they tried to 5B, but I wonder if 5B hits too high to catch Alpha Blade there. Oh, was attempting a whiff punish. That was a good idea, but didn't quite dash deep enough. And here comes Bazalt, the instant overhead. You know how it is, hard bait. Still chooses to fire the burst. Oh, it didn't pay off that time. SneakyK did have the meter, almost 100 meter to make the comeback if they managed to make Bazalt block something, but alas. Here's the Abare 5B, once again, giving Bazalt the corner. Ooh, that's big. That is very big. Speaking of big, yeah, that's actually in the corner. That's probably one of Baiken's biggest starters. The counter hit, heavy follow-up to Kabari. Didn't used to do much with that without 50 meter, but now, oh my goodness, if that counter hits, you're gonna go for a ride. Or if you get counter hit by that, you're gonna go for a ride. SneakyK trying to find the emphasis on the word trying to find safe trajectories to attack. But I mean, nothing is safe as long as you're close enough to Baiken. The ever-looming possibility of a reversal parry. Not just a reversal parry, but parrying through the gaps in your offense. Alright, managing to get in. That's a very common sequence as well. You land something on block, Rekka, into overhead Rekka, RC, and then go for an airtight mix-up. Alright, Bazalt, finding a big hit. Man, BMB combos just hurt so much on chip. Good prediction on the right side. Oh my god! Escobar hits! That was gonna be a kill. And Bazalt kinda knew it. So went for a hard burst bait, but this time SneakyK knows better. They are sitting on a lead, so this will probably not be the burst that you are willing to spend. Smart stuff. Going into the last round here. Both players with the burst available. Ooh, perfect timing on that air dash. Oh, however, once again, the parry getting Bazalt out of the sticky situations. I gotta say, the use of parry from Bazalt, one of the best that I've seen from Lycan players so far on Bounty Hunters. We got SneakyK though with the conversion. Yeah, go for the reset. The smart super. Again, that's gonna be so close. Putting SneakyK in a checkmate situation. There we go. We are definitely not done. Even though Bazalt had a pretty sizable lead, SneakyK here to show that they are not willing to give up just yet. The mix is gonna be nullified by the gold burst. Good value. Here's the burst from Bazalt. The 50 meter. Sneaky was able to get out of that burst, still lingering in there. Just using Gamma to reset the situation. Potentially one hit away. Good defense. Ready to press a button in response. Ooh, both players barely swinging a miss. Deep dash 5k gets there in time. A little bit of chip damage done. Missing the air to air. Once again going down to the wire. SneakyK trying to look for a whiff punish before committing. There we go. There's the whiff punish that you are looking for, and now it begins. Attempting the whiff punish once again. Ooh, but that same sequence has been coming to bite SneakyK back in the ass. Trying to get the whiff punish, the true punish, but not able to quite make the confirm. And then Bazalt, with a big presence of mind, dialing into the parry. Now burst has already been spent for Bazalt. SneakyK, yeah. Was not only the right decision probably there to hold the burst, but probably didn't even have the moment to react to burst. Nice air to air, dropping Bazalt once again into the corner pressure. Has to break the wall without the super. But man, do we have a big life lead here. RC into. So we'll probably go into a wall stick. 5 PP, oh, no conversion. This is still, I mean, we had this before. Bazalt should never say never. There's the 100 meter, you have the tools for the job, now do it. I mean, there was an attempt, but that was a very, very tricky jump in. Button hitting from both sides. Again, fuck, is my keyboard is acting up. I think that was third one, right? Was that third or the fourth one? Not this again. Because I actually have this problem with my mechanical keyboard that sometimes my buttons are producing like instant double presses, and since I'm like using the scoreboard with keyboard, yeah, I think 3-2. All right, we'll go with that for now. But again, the players will know it themselves because they can see their score at the end of the rounds or between rounds. All right, Bazalt again. with a lot of meter, but doesn't get to use it, unfortunately. The tricky thing against Chip, trying to sort of find your opening to start your game plan before Chip gets there and does it for you. Oh, the trades, actually. Bazalt coming on top of that there. Oh, that's actually gonna hit the clone, right? Yeah, that's a kill! Even though Chip, the main buddy, is not there, that's not how... That's unfortunately how the clone works for Chip in this game. You can actually strike it, and Chip will take the full damage. Ooh, nice IB actually there. Switching sides. SneakyK. Oh, makes the best out of the bad situation. Accidentally corners themselves, but I think Bazalt was not looking for that side switch either. Good jab. One of the very fastest of the game. And now Bazalt has to make a miracle once again. And the whiff punish. Yeah. Too heavy from Baiken. Has a decent amount of recovery. Oh my goodness, I'm just getting double taps. That time I was sure to, you know, check whether it was a double tap or not. So now it's 4 even. Damn, am I gonna have to start? I'm probably gonna have to start, you know, using the score screen with my mouse instead. Alright, this might be one of the most important matches of the set, considering the future. Who's gonna get the 5 points first? Who's gonna grab the next lead? Who's gonna get the momentum? Bazalt, definitely the favorite for that job here after that first round. Oh, the S-Copper actually still lands! That's a lot of damage. Misses the finisher. I know it's kind of difficult for Baiken sometimes to finish the combos with that final Kabari follow-up. That's a good burst. That's gonna hit against the super, making Bazalt basically waste that 50 meter. But now SneakyK will have to keep it super tight. Will have to make it without getting hit. But if there's a character that can make this, can take this home without getting hit, it is definitely Chip. Chip and your elusiveness. And look at that once again into it. But in the end, the instant air dash gets Bazalt in there and gets the lead in this set once again. But 4-5, still anybody's game.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, attempting the whiff punish against the whiffed follow-up for the chain. SneakyK is so close to that danger. I mean, it's understandable. You kind of want to back off and try to give the Baiken player an opportunity to whip their buttons. But if you're backdashing too much, Guilty Gear is that game that will heavily punish you for moving backwards instead of being aggressive. SneakyK going for the aggressive here though. The cross up. How are we gonna get out of here? Bazalt says no, stay in there. The reversal DP will do the job to get SneakyK out of the corner. Coast to coast. Oh, that leggy was there. You kind of see SneakyK looking for a potential whip punish there, but the last actives and the pixels of that 6K from Baiken. 2P, not quite converting into a combo. Ooh, was that a startup of Leaf Crab that SneakyK got thrown out of? Whatever that was. Ooh, tragedy for SneakyK. Oh my god, there's so much stuff happening at once. The DP is there once again. Let's try it again. There we go. That's the combo that SneakyK was trying previously. But now again, that awkward situation where SneakyK can't get hit even by 2P. And there it is. Bazalt crossing it up, arriving to 6 points. This is another very, very common score situation to be here on for an FT7. Bazalt needs only 1. SneakyK needs 3 more. What's it gonna be? Live or die. The time to play out of your mind is now, especially if you are SneakyK. Barely missing the jumpy air to air, but actually gets to recover and land in time. And now, all the slashes in the world. Where are you gonna land? You check there on the landing. Oh, but Bazalt finds the hit. And here we go. Danger zone. Has to burst to not get blown out of that set immediately. SneakyK. Getting the corner, getting the Gendros on. Now, Leaf Crab has actually been one of SneakyK's ace in the hole for scoring damage. I think only once did Bazalt manage to jump out of it so far. So definitely potentially one of those tools to enforce RPS here. Force Bazalt to make decisions, press buttons, do something. But Bazalt, very quick flash conversion into the super, and look at this damage. That is so much. Almost optimal damage. SneakyK with 1 more pixel. Oh! Coming through with the jump out when it counts. This will be the first set point for Bazalt. But SneakyK doesn't want to go down, dashing into it, anti-air, and makes the conversion as well. Air to air is good. Being sneaky as they are, SneakyK. Oh, missing on that 6P. Very dangerous for that 6P. Is one of the heaviest or longest recoveries of 6Ps in the game. Oh my god, that's a perfect snipe! The jumpy takes the burst as well! But the break on the wall comes a little too prematurely. What's it gonna be? The gun is loaded. The downward swing. Oh no, SneakyK doesn't take the punish. Whiffs the gold burst. Oh, the hit. SneakyK is still alive somehow. Holy fuck. I guess this set is definitely just an ongoing series of never say nevers. And with that, it's finally starting to look like it's possible. Only 2 more. The air to airs have been working so well for SneakyK. The burst to keep Bazalt in the corner. Unfortunately for SneakyK, doesn't quite manage to cultivate the value that they got from that burst. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Into a throw and the round. And here we go. Set point for Bazalt. In a do or die situation, manages to get a very nice whiff punish there. SneakyK looking to live, crosses it up. All these little mosquito bites, the bee stings, evening it up. Oh, is that gonna be so close again? That's exactly 1 hit point. Yeah, Bazalt would have had to basically FD like almost every single hit that was coming after that. The jump in is good. But SneakyK, yeah, has to stay very vigilant, has to stay safe, has to stay careful. Attempting the whiff punish once again. Oh no. This has been very common for SneakyK. They get there to push their turn, kind of whiffing the true punish, but then losing their pressure string. As Bazalt is very aggressive on the buttons afterwards. Going back to neutral. Ooh, gets a punish. Here comes the meter burn. What's Bazalt's choice? Burst here. Uh-oh, that's a very damaging combo. Drops it though! That's critical. Bazalt might be kicking themselves in the ass for that. Here's the burst that has to happen for SneakyK. Oh my god, it's so tight. Bazalt. That was smart burst. Or gold burst, sorry. YRC, because Bazalt has so much meter to keep the pressure going. The gold, oh my goodness! What is that gap? Bazalt at the very last moment finds a clutch air throw and puts an end to the set. 7-5. Another very close set for this edition of Bounty Hunters. That was a clean finish. And good shit from SneakyK as well. That was a very worthy debut match. Very worthy first showing for our chip hero today on Bounty Hunters. All right, I'm gonna be thoroughly honest. That was a ride for me, and boy, I'm completely spent. So I think we're gonna do the outro here in a quickest of manners. Bounty Hunters every single week. This happens every Sunday, 5 p.m. CEST. Our FT7 show event. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter what your skill level. Even if you are a new player looking to get your feet wet in the slightly more casual competitive environment, look no further. Sign up. Most Discords are gonna have the sign up forms as long as they are EMEA and Guilty Gear Strive related. If you're not sure which Discord to join, you can join mine. Info there in the bottom right corner of the screen, or you could use the link here as well. That said, do sign up. We'll have another banger next Sunday available. Potentially. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. Let's see if we have, or rather, not if we have, or what follow-up events we have for sending our viewers to. We have Meduka streaming. That's actually, let's go rate Meduka, because she was playing for the first matchup of today. So pass on baton pass to our Russian Soul player Meduka MG. Thank you so much for watching. Gonna sign out now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe, play Guilty Gears. All three of them are good. And yeah, peace.
Божий рад заантерить.